Yo, what's up? It's your favorite Samoan Barkeep here, and we are doing a 6-way Larceny Barrel Proof blind. Bang. Alright, so before we get into the video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know how much it helps. We appreciate your support. Check out the description of the video for the Patreon link. If you're interested in becoming a patron, check that out. We got some cool merch, got some hats here. I had some glasses coming, but I got porch pirated and stolen off my porch, so I got to get another set of glasses in. But you know, if that's your thing, check out that Patreon link in the description of the video or on my channel homepage. So I was going to copy my boy Myron. He did a video, Jack 10 versus Jack 12. But unfortunately, my buddy asked me if he could take that Jack 10 off me. So I'm going to let him have it since I've already had a bunch of different samples of it and tried it a bunch of times. I'm going to let him get that Jack 12, or sorry, the Jack 10 off me. So at some point I'm going to do the 10 versus the 12 blind though, because I couldn't believe he had the 10 come out on top. But anyways, for this, what we got tonight, we're doing a Larceny Barrel Proof. 5 of them are blind, and then I just added this one because I just got it in. This is the C923. So I got these a while back from a good buddy of mine, Shane. So appreciate you, Shane. Thank you for sending me this blind flight. So here's the identities of each of these 5. I do not know what these are yet. So we'll try these. And then I'll also try the new C923. So this is a fresh crack. Just popped it up a few minutes ago. You know, which one's the best Larceny Barrel Proof? So hit me in the comments. Let me know what's your favorite batch of Larceny Barrel Proof. And I mean, let's just jump right in here with number 1. All right, so don't forget on these barrel proofs, you gotta take it a little easy on the nosing there. There we go. So typical weeder kind of nose on that. You get a lot of that, you know, the alcohol, ethanol, really strong on those because, you know, these are pretty high proof usually. What's the C923 coming in at? That's coming in at 126, so that's solid. Oh man, you get a little of that fruitiness, a little sweetness. I haven't really got into a lot of Larceny Barrel Proof. I tried a couple of samples, but I got a couple of bottles up here. None of them are even open yet. This is the first one I've actually opened, so let's try number 1. How? That's a hot one. Yowza. Dang, I don't really usually get hit with proof like that, but number 1 is a fireball. Holy smokes. Let's try another little taste of this. All right. Still a little hot on that one, but very tasty. You get that nice kind of wheat profile. I'm getting some sweet kind of fruit flavor. I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know, kind of like a date. A little bit of that sweet kind of fruitiness that you'd see in a date, and then some sweetness, like from like liquid brown sugar is what I'm feeling. It's tasting like. But it lingers for quite a while. Nice little warmth on that. So I jumped in too quick on both the nose and the palate on this one. Blasted me, but now that we're getting into it. So a solid pour for number 1. All right, number 2. Yeah. Okay, well, they smell exactly the same to me. Get a little cinnamon on this one. All right, let's try number 2. All right, well, I definitely like number 1 more. Number 2, just feels the flavors are not as robust. I'm still getting kind of similar flavors, get the weeder profile, but you don't really get much of the fruit that I mentioned on the first one. The finish lingers a little bit, but not as long as the first one. So yeah, definitely right now we're looking at number 1 and then number 2 coming in second. Let's check out number 3. Oh, that's a completely different profile on that one. Wow, I'm getting a little more woodiness on this one, a little more oakiness on the nose. A little more sweet. This one smells a lot sweeter than the first 2. I'm not getting the cinnamon that I was getting on number 1 and 2 either. Ooh, on the nose, I would say this one doesn't even smell like a Larceny compared to these first 2. But I'm an amateur, so who knows? Let's try it out. Oh man, that one has like so much oakiness on the nose for some reason. But on the palate, doesn't transfer to the palate. No oakiness on that. So I'm not sure why this one is getting a different aroma, but I mean it tastes just like the other 2 here. So this one is, I'm getting those flavors again, feeling more robust than this second one here. So this one's definitely going to be towards the bottom of these first 3. I still think I like that first one better. Number 3, the finish goes on and on and on. So if that's your thing, you like a long, real finish where it's just sticking with you, then number 3 is your jam. But I kind of like the flavor profile of number 1 a little bit better. Another one, this one has a little bit of a different nose than the number 1 and number 2. I'm not getting the oakiness that I was getting on number 3. On this one, I'm getting more of like the, I mean, this isn't even Buffalo Trace. For some reason, it smells like that cherry note that you get on a lot of Buffalo Trace stuff. Yeah, I'm getting a real strong cherry note. No, not much ethanol at all. This one's smell, I think, might be there. This one's nose might be the best out of the 4. This one smells really good. Whew. Let's try it out. No. Ooh. That must be the worst. That might be the worst out of all of them. So number 4 was not my favorite. That's the first one where I'm getting real heavy oak and the wheat. Ugh, that's not my thing right there. So I'm not sure which one that one is, but that one might be last place so far. Yeah, whatever it is, it's causing real bitter oak taste. I'm not getting any of the sweetness I was getting in the first 3. None of that, date, fruity kind of flavor. Not even any sweetness. I'm just getting bitter oak with a touch of that wheated bourbon flavor. So I think that might be last. This one, the flavors are kind of muted, but this one tastes disgusting. So that's where we're at so far. Let's check out number 5. All right, so we're back to the nose. It's more pleasant. This one reminds me of number 2. That smells very tasty. We're getting back to where we're getting a little bit of cinnamon. Almost like a bread pudding on this one. All right. Number 5, Larceny Barrel Proof. All right, so another one where I'm not getting a lot of the fruit notes I was getting on the first couple here. So on this one, I'm getting oakiness. I'm getting a little bit of spiciness, like cinnamon, baking spice. All right, so I'm gonna put that one third. So let's get into the C923. The newest batch just came out recently. This is a fresh crack, so these have been sitting for a while here in these sample bottles. So this one is fresh, just cracked it before I started filming the video here. What we say, it was 126 proof. On the nose on this one, I'm getting a little bit of those spices. I'm getting a little bit of that sweetness on the nose. No ethanol at all. I really like that nose as well. All right, C923. All right, so the C923, I'm getting like a molassesy type of sweetness on that one. I'm not getting much of the fruit flavor on that one. But more of just that wheated bourbon flavor with that molasses kick, and then a little bit of that oakiness. This one's lingering for quite a while, so I think that one's going to take over third place. So let's go back to number 1 and number 2 and see what we think between number 1 and number 2 again. That's definitely still one of my favorites. I love that. Such a delicious flavor profile. This one, the nose is much better. I think I'm staying with number 1. This one's really good on the nose. The palate is not as good as number 1. And then just for fun, let's try this one again. So this one's close. These two are really close, but this one is my favorite out of the batch. So number 1 is the winner, followed by number 3 and the C923, this year's batch. All right, so let's get to the reveal. So we'll start off with last place, number 4. So that is A122. So the 2022 first batch of the year. So next, I guess, is number 2. Number 2 is B522. So this is the first batch 22. This is second batch 22. Last place, second to last place. Let's make sure. This is number 5? Yeah, okay. So number 5, which came in next, is the B523. A lot of people had the B523 as one of their favorites. Let me get it to us again. No. Yeah, that's not my flavor profile, so not my jam on the B523. So then we had the C923 and the number 3. So this is the C922, came in second. And then number 1, that is your A123. So it looks like all of these are coming in at about 123 to 126 proof. So all within a couple of proof points of each other. The the A123 is 125. The B522 123. C922 126. A122 124. B523 124. And this one was 126. So the 3 and the C923, those are the ones with the highest proof. Then this one. And then 4 and 5. And then this is the one with the lowest proof, number 2. All right, well. Larceny Barrel Proof blind tasting. Looks like A123 came out on top for me. Also, the other bangers in the batch are the C922 and then the C923. So the last 2 C batches and then this year's A batch. So again, hit me in the comments. Let me know what's your favorite Larceny Barrel Proof. A lot of people love this pour. I'm just getting into it. I like it, some of these, but like I said, some of these I was like not really my cup of tea. So anyways, there's Larceny Barrel Proof for you. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Cheers. Yeah, that's the one.